Evening, boys and girls. Welcome to today, and I've got a relatively good day today. Now, I've changed this camera because yesterday I had a toy around, and the 4K didn't really work, and it's only 12 and a bit frames per second, so it's going to be one of those where you can get some really good detail on like a still kind of thing, where you don't have to move it, because again it can do 4K, but it's inept at it on this particular camera. And I went to 1080 60 frames a second and I couldn't get the sound to line up perfectly. You know, it's recording the sound at the moment. I don't know whether it's working at the moment. I have no clue. So the sound might be a little bit out of time, out of sync. Sorry about that, because again, this is the new professional version of the camera that I'm used to working with. Issues with that are obviously I don't really know it. I don't really know all the right settings to use. I've got a lot of buggering about to do. Again, it's very hot. I've been given this truck and I've been told, right, you're picking up such and such trailer and you're going off to Kent. Okay, fair enough, I usually go to Kent, lovely jubbly. But when they had a look to see where the trailer was, it's somewhere just south of Northampton. So I've been allowed to pick whatever vehicle I wanted on the fleet for my day. So I've picked this one. The air conditioning works. It's blowing cold air. If I took that down to number 2, you should be picking it up on the microphone. When I knock it down to 2, it's still very hot in here, so I am sweating a bit. But everything works on it. The tyres are brilliant. All the lines are virtually new. I love it when I get days like this because I can just waddle down the line and I can go, no, 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 you. Brilliant. But yes, I've put this onto 1080 at 48 frames a second, getting back to my original point, how I started all of this. Because I do tend to go all over the place, you know. I do tend to be everywhere at the same time. But yes, see how it works, because I'm still, like I said, this is the new version of the Movie K2, because it's the professional. I don't see why this is professional. I've not got a clue. I have noticed one thing though. It seems to be recording sound better. Now the other K2, where's it gone? Hold on a minute. It's in here somewhere. Let me just, there we go. You see, the professional one comes in that box. The standard one comes in that. Pretty much. This one, the one I always used to use, ta-da! There you go. The one I always used to use. The last time I used it, the sound went funny near to the end, which is why I switched to the mobile phone, and the battery went flat. It didn't actually break, but the sound went all funny. It started squealing, as you will have heard. So obviously I switched to my phone when the battery went dead, but if the battery hadn't gone dead, I wouldn't have known it started squealing. And so it would have just randomly written everything off, so I don't have a clue. Again, I'm toying about with SD cards. I was trying to get the biggest SD card so as I could get the most on, because I don't always have time to download everything between my shifts. And so I thought if I get like the 64 gig cards, then I can just do like a week's worth and then download them at the end and all that kind of stuff. Which is why every so often I'll actually say the day's date, like when it was Friday the 13th. I don't usually say the date, but that's more for my reference. And it just seemed that on Friday it was easier to just say, ooh, Friday the 13th and all that kind of stuff. Which ended up being a really good day. Which is unusual. But that way, when I come to download it all, I can download it all. I can go, right, well, that was for that day, that was for that day, that was for that. Everyone's a winner, and then I can kind of cross-reference it with all the other stuff. But the thing is, 64 gigs are hold on a minute, I've got to double check this with the card that's in. They are XC, not HC. And these old cameras are a old design. They're quite an old design. They're numerous years old now. And I don't mean how long I've had them, I mean the design of them are quite old. I think they came out when the GoPro first launched style thing, and they've never really changed it. It was a K1, then it went to K2, and they've never really changed it since then. And I know XC, the full mount, whatever XC is, so that you can compress files so you can get 64 gig in there, is newer than the technology in the K2, so they don't work with XC cards. So that could be something to do with it. But again, I'm as technologically advanced as Tarmac, so yeah, I'm so glad I turned that the right way around. I suddenly thought, I'm showing you the number plate. So I don't have a clue. All I can do is, why is the camera not working? What's going on? Hit it with the hammer, it didn't work. Oh dear. You know, I genuinely don't know. So all I can do realistically is, you know, flail about trying to figure things out. I've got to fill in my paperwork at the same time. I know I've got time. I know I've got quite a while before my trailer turns up. So there is no specific hurry at the moment. Let me just fill that in. What's the date today? I've actually forgotten the date today. It's the 15th. I am 34 in 2 days. 2 days from now, I'm a year older. Happy 1 year closer to the grave day, Bill. Well, actually, crikey, when this gets uploaded, at least a week past. A week behind. Well, obviously you know the date, so you can figure it all out. But okay, I'm having a bit of a mare with things at the moment, bit of a nightmare with things, because everything I have, all the technological equipment I've got, seems to be, I don't know, just failing on me. You know, technology just cannot handle gentle massages with sledgehammers, can it? It all seems to be. Why does everything I hit with a sledgehammer break? But no, on a serious note, everything seems to be failing. I don't know whether it happens to you guys, but it happens to me. Everything happens at the same time. If everything's going to fail, it fails all at once. You know, it's like have a car passes 5 MOTs flawlessly, 6 MOT, everything needs doing. It's just like that. Everything goes wrong at once. The laptop, obviously the hard drive isn't fast enough, it's too small. I'm actually I'm running my laptop off of the external hard drive. Well, the stuff that I'm editing. I put everything on the external hard drive now, just because if everything fails, I'm not going to lose all my stuff again. Put everything on the external hard drive, and I import it from the external hard drive and edit it from the external hard drive, and it seems to be working better than the internal hard drive. So, yeah. So that's. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah, it's. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. But whatever. I had a touch with what I owe HMRC. Obviously, my birthday in a couple of days, so I'm getting the obligatory birthday money turning up. So that's going to help me to, you know, survive a month, if that makes sense, without having to take anything that I'm earning. So I can build things up, I can build a reserve, I can pay HMRC, and then every penny I get I can cut onto debts. I'm not just going to focus all on my debts anymore, because that's what I've been doing for the last pretty much 2 years now, to be fair. And I was depressed, I was down, I was lethargic with everything, I was was just done. Put on a huge amount of weight, which I've got to start doing something about. It was a vicious cycle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to balance all my debts. I'm going to go, right, I'm going to pay that much, that much, that much, that much, and that much, right? That's it. Until I can get a consolidation line, whenever that is. I don't really care anymore. I'm just going to pay that amount. I'm going to leave a little bit to one side so that I can do other things, like this channel, for example. So I'm going to start taking little bits of money, putting it to one side, and then, you know, get another laptop that's slightly better. I don't want to go spending thousands of pounds, because this channel isn't to make me money. This channel is for a bit of fun. That is it, as far as I'm concerned. If you like it, brilliant. If you don't, I really couldn't give a rat's ass. So I'll start, you know, just doing more and other things. I've had a look at, again, my brain's all over the place. I've had a look at the new SJ cams. The SJ7 is out now. The SJ6 got good reviews, very good reviews. And the SJ7, from what I've seen online on YouTube, people unboxing it, testing it, all this kind of crap, has had exceptional reviews. So I will most likely look to get some of those, one or two of those, just to have more cameras in my backlog, because obviously, as you guys know, and in true trucker bill fashion, my technology tanks, and I'd like to have things in reserve. I'm also working on something else with Simon. I hate the fact it's called Simon, because whenever I reference what he's told me, I have to say Simon says, and it bugs the crap out of me. But I'm working on a project with him at the moment. Now, I'm not going to jinx it, I'm not going to go into details about it. Like I said, this is whenever it can be done. But cameras, more cameras, are better than fewer cameras because of what we're planning to do. So we're going to have a look at the SJs, figure that kind of stuff out, and go from there. Now, this, if anyone's curious, Monster. I've never had a Monster before, and I was chatting to the security guard, and he's you know, he's downing them like anything, you know, whatever. And I said, you know, I've never had a Monster, and he chucked me a can. He goes, you know, everyone knows. So I'm trying it, and I'll get through it because it's cold and it's hot outside, so it's quite nice to have that. I'll get through it, but I don't think I'll go out and buy them. How can you drink these normally? I mean, they're quite odd. They're what I would like to call an acquired taste. But yes, excuse me. That's basically my introduction for the day, and because I've got so much time to, I'm waiting for this trailer. I'm in Essex, and when I was told this is a trailer I was going to be having, such and such trailer is just coming out of Northampton, it's like, I'm going to be here a while. But it's a Sunday, so it's more laid back. I love, this is the reason. People say, why do you always work weekends, Bill? Why do you always work weekends? I mean, okay. What I do for a job is I sit in traffic professionally, okay? It's a professional level of traffic sitting. On my days off, if I want to go and do something, and people say, yeah, well, you know, your days are Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so what can you get to do? Well, there's a lot of things that happen on a Wednesday. People forget that. Midweek, there are quite a few things that happen on a Wednesday. And at summertime, when people are on their holidays, you know, obviously summer holidays and stuff like that, you get midweek shows and things like that that you can go to. You get shows that go for a week and all this kind of stuff. And the thing is, I spend my life sitting in traffic. Why the hell do I want to do that on my days off? On a Saturday or a Sunday, you want to go shopping. Everyone's going shopping. So you're sitting in traffic from your house, sitting in traffic around town, sitting in traffic getting into the car park. Then you're standing around loads of people all cramped up, all these different people going, oh, hi Sue, how are you? Yeah, how's Dave? and punch, honk honk, punch, gas. You know, it's just. And Sundays, it's like everything closes early anyway, so you either have a lie-in or you get up and you do stuff. And so you get up early on the Saturday to try and beat the crush, so you don't have a lie-in then. You get up early on the Sunday because everything shuts early on a Sunday, so you don't have a lie-in then you're back to work. I have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off. Well, Tuesdays one week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays the next, because of the days that I work. 5-6, 5-6. And I just get to do what I want. If I want to go down the shops at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll go down the shops at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't, because of school run. But, you know, if I walk into the shops at 1 in the afternoon on a Tuesday, I don't get crushed, I don't hear all the mothers' meetings, and I don't stand in a queue for hours. And I get to go home, unload it, and go do whatever I need to do in the bank or whatever. If I need to see my accountant, I don't have to take a certain day off. I don't have to organise an appointment to go and see him. Because obviously it's midweek. I get to do everything without sitting in traffic all the time. That's why. And the other thing is, like on a Sunday, not much goes on a Sunday, so it's laid back. So here I am, waiting for my trailer. There's nothing I can do. The unit is fine, I've cleaned everything, I've sorted everything out, the tyres are brilliant, the oil was great, I've refilled the wash, everything. You know, screen wash, everything. And now I'm just sitting here, patiently waiting for my trailer to come back. I'm earning money for doing that. Why do you work weekends, Bill? Oh, I don't know, it's bloody easier. Funny thing is, there's a couple of people I know. A couple of people who've actually met me through this, and just people I know anyway. And I said about it, and they've all gone agency now. And I've said about it. And they've decided to do their days like that, you know, work the weekends and have midweeks off. Every one of them has turned around to me and gone, Jesus, I get so much more done on my days off. It's brilliant. Every one of them. So, that's why. But anyway, I suppose I've dragged this intro on way longer than normal, but I'm bored. I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for my trailer. I'm going to be here a while. I've done everything. Finished off filling my paperwork in, done the defect report, done the scratch and dent sheet, set my cameras up, cleaned the glass, cleaned the mirrors, done the done the screen wash, done everything. And I'm just waiting on my trailer now. I love working Sundays, it's just so easy. But anyway, on with my day, I suppose. Well, anyway, done my delivery and I've done my collection. It's been quite hectic. I've got some spaces left on this damn thing, so I'm going to have to phone up and find out if they want me to go and collect something else. Because usually there's a pallet left lying around somewhere that hasn't been collected. So I've got to figure that out. But I haven't done much to camera for the simple fact it's been very busy. It's been, well, not so much busy, just quick. One of the sites I went to, you're not allowed to stay in your cab when you're there. This one I got round, got on pay, and I thought, right, I'll keep the keys, use the toilet, come back, I'll have some time to do something with camera. Come back and one pallet goes on. I've got 20 on in total. Or one forklift load goes on, I should say, could be 2 on it. Goes out, then I hear the bay lift up, and the light goes green. I'm like, Woo, that was quick. But it is a Sunday and it is nearly 8 PM, so chances are they wanted to get home. But yes, anyway, I better phone up and find out if they want me to do something else. Here we go again. Dear. Well, anyway, don't know whether you can tell, but the dash is slightly wet, and so is everything in here. I even got my cameras wet as well, including this one and the one I'm using. Don't know how well it's going to show up, but there's a lot of water on here. I've now got to dry off. Reason being is that I'm an idiot. I am a massive moron. Huge, you know, unquestionable moron. You see, at the end of every day we have to refuel, obviously, and clean the vehicles. Fair enough, whatever, don't care. As long as I'm not on 15 hours or bloody close to, I will do it. And when you don't have a trailer on, you can't use the truck wash, you've got to use the pressure washer. Fair enough, no worries. So I closed all the windows, everything like that. Or at least I thought I did. See where I'm going with this, don't you? And, well, anyhow, it's bloody soaked in it. He even got this one. He got the door panel over it. Anyhow, I've given it a good old splosh, you know, a good old wallop with the old brush and everything like that. Put all the road film remover on it, done everything to make it easier. I'm giving it the once over with a pressure washer. And when you're outside in the dark, you can't tell that the near side window, or this one, is open by about that much. So I'm standing on the floor, I'm aiming up at a gap in the window. I blasted water in here like Niagara Falls. It's all over the place. It's all up there, it's all across there, it's all across the window, all over me cameras, all on the floor, there's a puddle over there. I give up. I just give up. Oh dear. I had a good day as well. I was having a really good day. Yeah. But oh well, such is life. Just give this a good old fashioned wipe down. But yeah, hey, that Mercedes was nice, wasn't he? Hey, yeah. He came across from lane 3. Now, I didn't think, given that the HGV was moving in at the time, that he was going to go from lane 3 all the way across. I thought lane 3, the HGV moves over, he's going to shoot past. Nope. He decided to go all the way in, which is why my horn went off. Because I was like, Christ, he's going for me. Now, before any keyboard warriors start up, no, I had done nothing. Anybody who knows that section of road knows that the only time I would have been able to do anything to him was ages ago, and if it's taken him that long to get to me, I mean, that's carrying a grudge. No, he came in from lane 3 because I saw him in the mirror, and I really didn't think he was just going to keep going. I was like, ooh, that's a bit close. Yeah, he was nice, wasn't he? He was a nice chap. But yeah, anyway, I've been allowed to finish earlier than usual because I'm in earlier than usual tomorrow. Last day of the week. Hey! I have one day off, my birthday. I should be in on the Wednesday, hopefully. I'm still stoked about my HMRC and not only owning HMRC that small amount of money, because realistically I can cover that in 3 weeks. Again, it's my birthday, so I've got the obligatory birthday money coming in. So I can, instead of buying myself something nice with the old birthday money, you know, like you sometimes do, I was thinking new laptop. What I can do is, excuse me whilst I do this, I've just got to try to dry all this crap out. What I can do, that'll do, is survive and pay my general outgoings, or as much as I can, for a month on the birthday money. Allow 3 weeks to go by where I'm doing this. Obviously one of those weeks is an overtime week, so that's what, 900 quid for me. So allow 3 weeks to go by. I'll have more than enough for HMRC and a little taster that I can get a laptop with. Noodle, you see. And then every penny I earn, I'll take for at least the next 5 months to obliterate my bills. And realistically, with the payments I'm making at the moment, because obviously what I can do is I can drop all my payments down to the basic minimum payments, and then obviously lots more money left over to dump on one credit card, then the next one, then the next one, and so on. I'm actually quite good at this kind of stuff. I should be able, by January, 6, 7, between about £6,000 or £7,000 cleared. Hopefully. Hopefully. Again, I've probably jinxed myself now that I've said it out loud. My brain is going, shut up, you bloody idiot! But hopefully... Ooh, I didn't notice that. Oops. Well, if you're curious, I should let you know. The little green O license sticker, you know, badge you have in the front of your HGV, was in not one of those, you know, the triple like tax disc holder things that trucks always, most trucks have. It's in one of those no smoking kind of old school stick on tax disc holder style things that you just bung the O license in. And well, it's filled up with water. And they're paper discs. Whoops! I would take a photo, but obviously there's going to be information on there I cannot share. So oops-a daisy. I'm going to have to go and see if I can dry that out in a second. I'll just let them know. I'll just say, look, you know, I'm an idiot. Didn't realise. But yeah, like I said, hopefully, if I can do that, say 6 for argument's sake, because that's more realistic. What with my standard outgoings anyway. Say 6. 1, 2. That would leave me. Hold on a minute. That would leave me less than £2,000 on my credit cards. I'd have one credit card at that point in time, and then I'd have one credit card, 2 loans, and the car. Ooh. Yeah, it's not bad. Everyone's probably at home going, 1 credit card, 2 loans, and a car. Bloody hell! But for me, that's amazing, because it was essentially 3 loans, a lot more on the car, and 2 Master, Visa, Master, 5 credit cards. So that wouldn't I've not done too badly actually, with everything else that I've cleared as well, because various household things that you have to get. Washing machine blows up, you need a new one, so you get that, don't you? And you owe some money on that. And with all the stuff that I've actually cleared so far, furniture kind of stuff, white goods stuff, non-based cash debts that I could drop quite easily, plus the cash debts, by the end of the year, January, I'll have, if I include the car, 16, about 16,000, and that's, so what was it? It was October 2016. I was 52,000, and by January 2019 I'll be about 16 if I include the car, because remember my original plan was to get rid of the car, but I didn't get the consolidation loan, so damn. No wonder I've got fat and I've done nothing for the last couple of years. Jesus, when you actually think about it. Damn. That's impressed me. I can easily consolidate loan that. 16 grand, that's easy. Well, I wouldn't even consolidate the car, I'd just keep the car going, If I took the car away, then my cash debts would be about 11. Again, these are all guesstimate figures, these are all rough figures based on what I know at the moment. Yeah, damn. Yeah, so what was that about I'm useless with money? Ooh, you should go bankrupt, mate. Nope. Hard work, perseverance, and a stubborn attitude. The thing is, if you is curious, the thing is, I believe wholeheartedly that everybody, whatever the circumstances were, should ultimately take responsibility for situations they find themselves in. And it's all well and good, yes, okay, so XYZ happened, and this and that happened, and everything like that, and okay, fair enough, whatever, it is annoying, it is aggravating. But the thing is, the reason you get so many financial recessions is because people stop paying back their debt. We live in a debt-driven economy. Money is created through the interest charged on loans, mortgages, lending. So we live in an economy pretty much completely reliant, because we're off the gold standard, obviously, on debt. Money doesn't technically exist. I mean, take a £10 note into the Bank of England and demand £10. They'll look at you like you're an idiot. What does it say on a £10 note? The Bank of England promises to pay the bearer on demand the sum of. But that's the thing. So the way you keep the economy going is you pay your debts back. And when people stop doing that, when people find the easy fix, the easy solution, now I do understand that there are companies that take the piss. I'm very disheartened with my bank at the moment, because I did everything because when I first approached them to consolidate it was a case of I didn't think I'd get it anyway, and I didn't. And then I followed everything they told me to do, and I didn't get it again. I didn't get it with other companies as well that I tried to, which obliterated my credit rating and put me back in the loop. And I was very disheartened. I was very angry. I was very annoyed. I was like, well, I've done everything I'm supposed to be doing here. But at the end of the day, perseverance, solid attitude, you know, I mean, I can't blame third parties for me getting the car, and I can't blame third parties for the furniture finance that I took out, and you know, the debts I already had before 2016 started. It was me. I can blame the stuff that came along thanks to 2016 on third parties, but it's been hard, it's been annoying, it's been emotional. And I'm not out of debt in 2019. I've still got, debt to carry. But you just focus in. That's what you do as far as I'm concerned. You just get annoyed, get angry, get really frustrated, get pissed off. Of course, everybody does. And rightly so. But own it. This is where things fail. But again, I understand things can go wrong. All of a sudden you're in this situation, something else goes wrong, now you're into dark territory of payday loans. Again, I understand. But it's just the way people, I know so many people in actual fact who have significant debt. Don't get me, not tiny amounts of debt, and they're struggling and everything like that. But I guarantee for 2 times a year at least, they'll be in a foreign country for a week or 2 week holiday. Why? Got to have time off, haven't I? Got to go to Magaluf, haven't it? No. How much did you just spend? Oh, well, about £4,000 in total. That's £4,000 off your debt. That's bringing your interest payments down. That's bringing the overall payments down. That's, And of course, the lower you go, the more you pay back, the better you look to lenders. Consolidation loan, done. It's hard, don't get me wrong. It's bloody impossible in some situations. I mean, especially when you start off in that situation and then lose your main source of income. I know. Weird that. But you just, as far as I'm concerned, you just own it, you move forward, and you get annoyed, you get angry, you get frustrated, you punch holes in walls if you have to. But you just get it done. Oh, I'm an idiot. You just get it done. But I'm just amazed thinking about it, because I haven't really, I haven't sat down and gone through it recently. But I'm just thinking about it, it's like, wow. But anyway, there we go. That's enough, because I've got to do this, end my day, go home, download this, download that one, see if I can find that blasted SD card that I dropped on the carpet. If you follow me on if you follow me on social media, you'll know what I'm going on about. Admittedly, it's a few weeks out of date now, but you should remember. But yeah, because SJ cams don't half have a bloody spring in them. They come out with a bit of ferocity, and it went ding, and I'm like. And if you're unsure, if you don't follow me on those things, there will be a photo coming up about now of my carpet. I've got to find a micro SD card in that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. Obviously there are links in the description below to Bert's store and my social media and stuff like that. Again, thanks for watching, so I'll see you